Hey, what is up, guys? It's Underkiller853 here, bringing our YouTube video. Today, I'm bringing a new type of video. It's a podcast, and it's a podcast I filmed with my friend DeadOunce, aka Flaship. So expect these type of videos to come out at least once a week. We're hoping to try to put them out on Fridays or Sundays. We're still deciding on the date. But right now, you're going to listen to our podcast. Unfortunately, the first half an hour got deleted. The file got corrupted. So this is a bit into the podcast. So I apologize for that. But I mean, there's still an hour-long podcast for you guys to listen to. So please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.
Um, well, since we were on the topic about Batman, uh, Kevin Conroy passed away recently. The voice of Batman for what, 30 years?
Yeah, he started voicing the character, I think, in when the animated series came out. So that's like nineteen
Yeah,
ninety three or 1992. So literally like
yeah.
30 fucking years. And he voiced
He
Batman in the Killing Joke cartoon as well.
yeah he voiced him like almost a majority of it. He even voiced him in the Arkham games, except Arkham Origins.
Yeah, he didn't do
That
Arkham
that,
Origins
that
because they went for a
yeah, that
younger
was
Batman and Joker.
yeah,
Uh,
Roger Craig Smith.
yeah, I thought he was a good Batman too, though. I actually did like his voice.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
think Roger's more better for like an angrier Batman because like
Yeah, he was that young,
Origins. Yeah,
yeah, that young,
yeah,
angry, vengeful Batman.
yeah.
Yeah, what's it called? The animated series came out in 1992, so legit, fucking 30 years ago. Yeah, that's a long time to play one character.
Yeah,
It sucks.
especially a character as iconic as Batman.
Well, yeah, and I know most people say like he is Batman. Like he's the best Batman.
Yeah,
Um, I know when I watch cartoons and animated films, I expect it to be Kevin Conroy. Even when I play the games, I expect it to be Kevin Conroy because it's just when you think of Batman and animation and video games, you just think of Kevin Conroy immediately. And I know most people say when they read Batman comics, they even hear Kevin Conroy's voice, which sometimes I do too, because like I read a shit ton of Batman comics. Like every day, I'm reading Batman comics. Um,
yeah,
but me, it's kind of weird though. Sometimes it depends on the story. So, for example, I was reading Batman Year One, so that's where Batman's like first starting out. He's like 25. I heard Roger Craig Smith's voice when I was reading it.
yeah,
Um, but when I was reading other Batman comics, like where he's more older and doing the job for the Batman, being Batman for years, I hear Kevin Conroy. It's definitely different, and I mean it sucks that he passed away because he passed away from cancer, and he to me was like my childhood Batman too because I grew up. Well, I wasn't even around in 1992, but I grew up watching the animated series on DVD, and I watched the Superman animated series as well, and the Justice League cartoon. So like
mhm,
watching the and I watched the same episodes like over and over and over again. That's why I became such a big Batman fan. And it was his voice, right? Like that's when I was watching the DVDs. That's who I was hearing. And when you're a kid, you don't know who fucking Kevin Conroy is, or you don't know who these other actors are. You just know that's Batman. So, but I mean, his voice was iconic. And then growing up playing the Arkham series as well, like those games are amazing. And Kevin Conroy nailed it. I'd say one of his better performances was actually in Arkham Knight. I thought he was really good in that game. Uh,
yeah.
have you played Arkham Knight?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought his performance was pretty good. Like in that, his performance was pretty much good all the time. I'll just say that right off the bat. When he played Batman, he like never ever like what's the word I'm looking for? Like phoned it in. He never really like he didn't.
Uh,
Yeah, like you could tell he really liked that character. And how old was he? He was
dude, yeah. Hold
66.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be
60.
right back.
Okay, sounds good. Um,
I had to relocate.
it's all good. Did you know that Kevin Conroy was gay?
Oh yeah, yeah. He had a husband. I literally just found it out today when doing research on the thing.
Yeah, he wrote a comic which I haven't read yet, but I have the DC app. Like I buy physical comics and then I also read on the app as well.
Mhm.
So I'm probably gonna check it out on there. It's part of the DC Comics 2022 Pride anthology. Um, so Kevin Conroy he wrote a story like a short story called Finding Batman. and it's a story that's about his life and experiences as a gay man. Apparently,
Oh,
it apparently was pretty like popular. Like people liked it, and it was. I guess it was talking about how he was discriminated in his acting career because I guess maybe like back in the day they weren't as forgiving, or you know what I mean, like
yeah.
home like people were more homophobic. I guess I'm not too sure. I mean that's my assumption compared to where we're at now. So that's why he didn't get, apparently like a lot of roles weren't given to him because he was actually gay. So I just read here that says that he tried to hide that he was gay for the longest time, just so he wouldn't get discriminated. But I mean, for me, like him, like his voice, and like same with Mark Hamill as the Joker. Like to me, those are like Batman and Joker for animation and movies. And it sucks that we lost Kevin Conroy this year. I thought this year was gonna be a good year, man. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and then we lose
Hmm.
Kevin Conroy, and like I said, he was childhood Batman, and even growing up, I was like, yeah, this is Batman. What about you? Did you watch any of the animated series or play any of the games
I,
or?
yeah, I watched a lot of them actually. I played some of the games. Yeah. Actually, uh, I think it was on Xbox. I think Xbox Live when they were giving like games and shit.
Mm,
One of the games they gave for free were like was like the Lego Batman games, and for some reason something happened, and I got to keep the game for free. Like even after my membership ended, I was allowed to keep the game for free.
mm.
Yeah, I got the Lego the first one for free. And yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean, the
uh,
first game didn't have any voice acting, uh,
yeah.
but I don't think Kevin Conroy voiced him in the Lego Batman games though. Uh,
Actually, hold up, let me check.
I want to say that was
Um,
Troy Baker, but uh,
no, he voiced him. It actually. Uh,
let me just look up Lego Batman 2 or Lego Batman
I know
2 game.
he's. I know in like the Lego Batman movie, he's voiced by Will Arnett.
Yeah, so it says Lego Batman 2, the game. It's voiced by Troy Baker. Yeah, it's like because
Yeah,
he voiced him in the Lego DC Supervillains game though. I remember
yeah.
that one.
In the first Lego Batman, his vocal effects were provided by Steve Bloom.
Yeah, I say because I know the Lego games they didn't have voice acting for the longest time, but
Yeah.
I do know like when Kevin Conroy died, like my dad sent me a text and I was sleeping and I just happened to hear the buzzer and I woke up and it's like Kevin Conroy dead and I'm like what like I thought he was fucking with me. I was like what, like I had no idea he had cancer, and then I was like holy shit, like he's actually dead, like that's fucked up, like I had no idea. And then I saw a TikTok of him doing like you know that app, I think it's an app, it's called like Cameo or whatever, where celebrities
Yeah, I know
y-
a
yeah
cameo. Yeah,
yeah, he did a cameo and like I saw him. He looked like really like rail thin. So I was like, oh shit, like you
yeah.
could tell. Um, didn't we lose another Marvel's like a Marvel superhero to cancer? Was it?
It was no, I don't. I wouldn't say cancer. I was about to mention the guy who played Moon Knight, but no, he died in I think a ski accident.
The guy who played Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, he died in an accident. I think it had something to do with skiing.
Oscar, I thought Oscar Isaac's still alive.
Uh, Hold on, let me check. Should say here that
Moon
he
Knight.
passed away like a couple of days, like right after Oscar Isaac, Guatemalan. No,
Yeah,
no, no, not that guy. Never
yeah.
mind, I fucked up.
I
It's a different
was
guy.
like,
Hold up. Let me see. Let me see.
I know. Didn't Black Panther like Chadwick Boseman? Didn't he die from cancer?
Chadwick wasn't. Yeah, it was like colon cancer.
Yeah, I say so. Like cancer took away Chadwick Boseman, and I don't. When the fuck did that? When did Chadwick Boseman die? Was that a year or two ago?
Yeah. It says here the actor for Anton Mogart in Moon Knight, the actor Gaspard Ulliel passed away from a tragic ski accident.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm like, I thought Oscar Isaac, like Poe Dameron from Star Wars, I thought he was still alive. I was like,
Yeah,
I actually
yeah,
haven't even watched Moon Knight. I watched the first episode.
yeah.
I'm behind. She-Hulk, I have no interest in it. By the way, I think She-Hulk looks like ass.
Oh, it was fucking awful. Like I like the second like I watched like the first minute of it,
Mm.
and I felt like I had like every single STD known to man.
He just lost brain cells. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you have anything else you want to say about Kevin Conroy? Like did you? He was one I would have liked
No.
to meet at like Comic Con or something because he seemed like a super nice guy, and I heard he would like love to say that, like, I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman. Like I heard he liked to say that line a lot at
Yeah.
Comic Con. Oh, I forgot he was Batman in the Injustice games too. Those are good
Yeah. Yeah.
games. Yeah, he voiced Batman for like Batman was his career, really. Like
Yeah.
Batman Beyond, Justice League, Justice League Unlimited. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is so good. Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze, Return of the Joker. Yeah, he voiced him for like holy shit. Yeah, but I mean, he was definitely one of the best Batmans for voices.
Yeah.
And some people say he's just the best Batman in general, like even with the live action. Um,
Mhm.
what was the last Batman thing that he did? I don't even know.
I think it was
Was it Justice League versus the Fatal Five?
hold on, let me check.
I'm looking at it on
His
Wikipedia, and it just says Justice League
it's
versus the
here.
Fatal Five, 2019. Was that his
It
last?
says here his last Batman thing was supposed to be in was his last Batman. Ah, shit. It says here Batwoman is listed, but it says 2019.
Yeah. See, oh, Multiverses. He was in Multiverses, that game. I
Yeah,
completely forgot about that. He was in Multiverses. Yeah,
yeah,
so that might have been one of his last roles in Multiverses. Yeah, he.
yeah.
I don't know. To me, he was a good bat. He was a great Batman, and it sucks that he passed.
It
That's
says here that Ollie and Scoops was his final role, and it's set to release next year. It says here he plays a character named the Creature. It's
which
yeah.
one?
There's this it says here there's a web show called Ollie and Scoops. He's supposed to play a character called the Creature. That was his final role before passing away.
Yeah, I never heard of that web series, but
Neither have I.
apparently when he died, it like broke like over Twitter with like 400. It says 492,000 tweets going out in
I
less than
mean,
24 hours. Like there's a bunch of people
I mean,
who.
he's Batman,
Yeah,
so
exactly. Like Mark Hamill, Tim Daly. That's one of the voices for Superman. Tara Strong.
yeah,
That's like Harley Quinn. Uh,
yeah. Mark Hamill,
yeah,
Joker.
yeah. I think there's a statue of Batman. I can't remember where. But they were leaving flowers for Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
Hold up. Let me see the uh shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a statue. I couldn't tell you where it was, but I know people were leaving flowers for. Uh, and they were just saying like rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. He was definitely one. Like I said, I remember when I was in I think middle school or high school, I was like obsessed with watching interviews with celebrities.
Yeah.
So like Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill were the ones like I was watching interviews a lot with, and I was like, fuck, this guy seems like really, he seems really genuine, down to earth, not like a, fame went to his head asshole sort of thing.
Yeah, I just checked. It's the Batman statue is located in Burbank, California.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I heard that they were leaving, like,
Yeah, it's a 7 foot tall Batman statue.
I know when he died, I wanted to like watch some of the episodes of the animated series, some of my favorite ones. I have it on Blu-ray, I just haven't had a chance to, but just to
Mm,
relive some of those memories. But
yeah.
yeah, definitely sucks that he passed. It's 2022. I thought the year was going good, but we lost Batman, so
Mm,
we got a good Batman live action film, and then we lost one of the best Batmans
yeah,
to
a soul
cancer.
for a soul.
Yeah, no shit. It definitely sucks. But his work will live on. People will still watch his films and his cartoons and play his
I mean,
games.
he's voiced Batman in like so many like different
Different
types of media.
medias. Yeah.
Yeah, different medias that there's practically gonna be never gonna be a shortage of them.
Yeah, and people like they say people's claim like they say that when they read comic books they hear his voice, so like he still lives on in our hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's I guess that's all I'd say about Kevin Conroy. Let's see if you have something else to say or
yeah, yeah. He would also be like a really cool guy to meet.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like he seemed like he was pretty genuine, and I'd probably like fucking fanboy out. Like I met the guy who plays Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War, John DiMaggio,
Oh yeah,
and
I met Charles Martinet, the
yeah,
voice of Mario
yeah,
at
Comic Con,
Comic
right?
Con.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
like I was trying not to fanboy out because like Marcus Phoenix, like that's who I named my brother after, like Marcus Phoenix, the character. So like
Wait, he was actually named after Marcus Phoenix?
yeah, Yeah,
God damn.
yeah, I did it. So like I was trying not to
Should have named him Gears of War.
yeah, named him the Cog. Yeah, like he John DiMaggio, he has a tattoo of the gear cog on his arm, and then on
Yeah.
the inside of the cog it's a tomato. Have you played Gears of War 4?
Uh, no, I don't think so. It's like the only Gears game I haven't played.
Yeah, well in that game Marcus he has like a tomato farm, like he's just living on his own. So one of the locusts like come in to kill him. He's like we're like you're fighting the locusts like as his son and fighting the locusts with
Yeah.
Marcus. Marcus like, oh fuck, they're ruining my tomatoes. He's just freaking out. But like now John DiMaggio has a tomato tattoo on his arm with the cog. Yeah, he was super nice too.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Martinet was also a really cool guy. I have his signatures framed up.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out a way to hang it because but yeah.
That's like Marcus. Like we got his photo framed, and I don't even think he's put it up yet. But like it literally just says like to Marcus or hello Marcus, fight through the pain. Then his signature Don DiMaggio, and then
Yeah.
like in brackets it says like Marcus Phoenix. Like yeah, like it's pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
meet Charles Martinet or like Bruce Campbell or anything. I wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to meet Bruce Campbell, but I didn't have anything for him to sign. And but like I don't
Yeah.
know. Uh,
Actually, the when I heard Bruce Campbell was going to be there, he was actually the reason I wanted to go to Comic Con. I wanted to go meet him,
yeah.
but after a couple of days, I found out that Charles Martinet has signed on to go to Comic Con.
Yeah.
So I just kind of switched. But if he wasn't there, I would have totally gotten Bruce Campbell's signature.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I wanted him to sign my like 4K steelbook of Army of Darkness, but like I just forgot it at home, and then I saw John DiMaggio was there, which I knew he was going to be there, but I meant to bring like my Gears of War like merch to him, like my
Mm,
Funko Pops or like a poster or whatever, but he had pictures there, which was cool. So
yeah.
I just got him to sign all
Uh,
that.
when I went, I only had $100 on me, so I was going to use it towards because Charles Martinet's signature was $80. So yeah, I was like really try my hardest
It was
to
80.
not. Yeah, $80 to get a signing from him. Yeah,
Oh wow.
so I had
Yeah.
$100 on me, and I was like trying to resist the urge to like fucking not not fucking buy anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like a huge fan of Berserk. And
Yeah.
while I was there, I saw someone selling like the official like signed Berserk like art book
Mhm.
for like the original creator.
Yeah.
And like that shit was like $90, and I was like fucking like I was like stabbing myself trying to not buy it.
Berserk. That's
I
like there's some movies on that too, right?
Yeah, there's three movies. I think the three movies roles are now being turned into like a series.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, it's a really good series. I actually have the original manga, uh, in my room.
Yeah, it's funny you say
Yeah.
that. I was watching a comic book podcast or listening to a comic book podcast maybe a week or two ago, and they legit mentioned Berserk, and like they were saying like I'm pretty sure they said that it's pretty like graphic and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
adult.
It's one of the more adult series. It's a series that inspired. You know Cloud Strife, right? You know how he has a big ass sword,
Yeah,
busted sword.
yeah.
It's based off of Berserk's protagonist, like how he has a giant sword, Dragon Slayer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And if I recall, the Dark Souls series, the creator was a huge fan of is a huge fan of Berserk.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty popular. I wanted to read the mangas, but I don't even know where to even like uh look for them. Like I thought maybe like chapters or like Amazon or something.
I found them I found mine at Chapters. I think it's like 65 for the deluxe edition,
Oh,
and
okay.
$20 if you just want to get like just the first volume.
Yeah, like I said, like I haven't really looked, but like, cause I'm not really a manga guy. I haven't really read too much manga.
Yeah,
But like, it's not something like I'm turned off to. Like where I'm like, no, I don't have any interest in it. It's
yeah.
just haven't really got a chance to find one that I like. I watched a bit
Mm.
of anime, but like even that, I haven't watched too much anime. Like I watched Death Note.
I
Uh,
I used to be like fucking. I used to watch a lot of anime back then, but compared to now, I like barely struggle to even get through one episode. I even like for TV shows in general, I can't even get through like one episode without fucking like falling asleep.
Yeah.
Like I've been trying to play like Resident Evil Village like right after I completed the DLC, the Shadows of Romance DLC,
Yeah.
and I for some reason could bear. I was like struggling to like just even press the continue button. It was just so hard. Like
How was that
I just
DLC?
lost interest. What?
How was that DLC? Was it good?
It was good, but like it was kind of disappointing. I know they like brought back Ethan and shit, but like
Oh, did
they
they?
brought him back. They brought him back to kill him off again.
What the fuck? Yes, yeah. I didn't.
Also,
I didn't know that. I haven't played the DLC, but that's pretty lame.
yeah. I also fucking hate how like Capcom really tried their hardest to just like not show his face.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't understand. What the
yeah,
fuck's that about?
it's because they want like the player to be in like Ethan's shoes, like kind of like they want to like project. They want the
Oh
player to
yeah,
project
yeah,
themselves on Ethan,
yeah.
even though like compared to like Biohazard, Ethan's like his whole completely different character now,
Did
and like he's not even the main character of like Shadows of Rose. Like, what's the point of hiding his face at that point?
Are you able to see his face when you play in third person or no?
No. When you try to look at his face, he turns away.
Oh my fucking god! Seriously?
You, you, yeah. You know what's even more bullshit?
Huh?
In like the house, like at the start of the game where you
Yeah,
just go through the house and shit.
yeah.
They for some reason just like put like I don't know why they put like blankets over the mirrors.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand what's the point. The only like mirror that isn't blocked off is the mirror in the bathroom, but like it's completely opaque.
Oh yeah. They just really don't want you to see his fucking face, which is just like I
They
don't
they could
understand
have
why.
just they could have just made them all opaque, but like I don't get the point of like putting a blanket over. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, why do you own a mirror if you put a blanket over top of it?
Either like that shit's broken or like I
Yeah,
just don't fucking know. Yeah,
I don't know. I beat Resident Evil 8, but I never played the DLC. I was
yeah.
thinking about checking it out, but I don't know.
I played it like more than 5 times actually. I have speed run it. I think my quickest time was about just 2 hours. I
Oh wow.
fucking speed ran that shit. But it's probably because I had the stake, which is the strongest weapon in the whole game,
Yeah.
just like upgraded to the max. So that's probably how. Like
Yeah.
each boss is like a one shot.
Yeah, that the Resident Evil games I played the most is probably 2 and like their remake of 2 and
Yeah,
4. 4 I played through a shit ton of times.
yeah.
Like
I played through three. The remake
yeah.
was really good.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get through Resident Evil 6.
6 is okay. I wouldn't say I
Yeah,
it turned a lot of people off from the franchise, but I wouldn't say it's
yeah. It's basically if you get like every single like action movie with The Rock and just like
yeah, pretty much, which
grab
is
like Friday the 13th and just
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, which is that's not even really Resident Evil though. That's the thing. Like
yeah.
Resident Evil is supposed to be
I mean,
survival horror, but
yeah. I mean, it's kind of it's you can say the same for like Village or
yeah,
Resident Evil 4. For some
yeah,
reason, people say Resident Evil 4 is like the greatest game, despite the fact it's literally one of the games that focused less on horror.
yeah. That game was. I mean, that game was kind of creepy. Like it had,
Yeah,
but like that was more because Resident Evil was always like a horror
horror. Yeah,
game. And, like you have
yeah,
barely any ammo and a lot of backtracking. Like you just have to keep running through the same mansion, all that fucking
yeah,
shit. And then
yeah.
4, it was like no, you got to keep going forward. You're constantly
Yeah.
progressing. And then 7 was kind of a horror game because you're what with those the
No,
fucked up
it's
family.
a straight up horror game. It's
Yeah,
it's like the first Resident Evil game where you actually go back to the
yeah,
original root.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
And then 8 was action.
yeah. The only scary part in the whole thing was like the fucking where you
Baby.
go to the baby. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's the only part that scared me. But like after replaying the game, it just doesn't become scary.
Yeah, well, because like you play it a million times and
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
used to it. But I mean, like none of that, like because that part was true because you have no weapons, so you're
yeah,
just
yeah,
like shitting your pants. But like realistically, a baby's not too fucking scary. I
yeah.
mean, the baby's all fucked up, but still.
Yeah. Resident
uh,
Evil 7.
what's
Well, I
that?
mean, one of the things I can say for Resident Evil 7 is that it was like the first like Resident Evil game that actually made me fucking like shit my pants. But like it more relied on being gross and disgusting than it really did rely on trying to be like scary.
Yeah, because that one had like a lot of like dismemberments and like fucked
Yeah,
up
yeah,
shit happening.
yeah. I also read that it's also the most vulgar in the series. It has the most swear words.
Oh,
It
really?
has like a bunch of slurs. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's the
so.
most. Yeah, it's the most. It's apparently supposed to be the goriest, scariest, and most offensive game in the whole series.
Yeah, I don't know, cause I've beaten like Resident Evil 1 to 8.
Yeah,
I've played all of them and beat all of them, like 1 through 8. But there's also other Resident Evil games like I haven't beaten, like Resident Evil 0 and shit. Um, but I guess you can say 7 was pretty like vulgar and controversial. I mean, I also played it as I was older, so I wasn't really I don't know, I wasn't really that scared playing it.
yeah.
But like I definitely thought it was one of the better Resident Evils when I was playing it. I was like, oh shit, like they're actually going back to the horror roots and not fucking
I
action
I
packed.
think I think the key to that is also because it was in first person. So yeah, it feels more isolated. I also heard the VR version is like the scariest.
Well, yeah, I've never played it in VR. I think playing it in VR would be really cool. You're like really
Yeah,
immersed. But
yeah. I really
what's that?
yeah. I just heard like Resident Evil VR, Resident Evil VR is like much more terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely would think so too. Like I said, I don't even own a VR, so I don't even think I'd be able to play VR because I'd probably get dizzy. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, I actually I kind of want to go back and play 7 and then compare it to 8 because I liked 8, but like I don't know, does it still hold up or does it just kind of because like some of it
Uh,
was kind of stupid. Like they made it seem like Chris Redfield's the bad guy when he wasn't. Like he could have just told Ethan the plan, like all
they
that shit.
they they also put him on the cover like him turning into a werewolf, but like
Yeah,
he was only in the story for like 2 minutes.
yeah, and
He
he's
had like
still a
no
good
screen
guy.
time.
And it's just like what the
Yeah,
fuck. Yeah, it was kind of
like
like
they're
false advertising.
yeah they missed the mark so hard. I liked Resident Evil Village, but
Mm.
like the game was when like it's kind of ass when you think about it.
Yeah,
It is just yeah
it's like one of those. It's like when you watch a movie and it's like you enjoy it if you shut your brain off, and then if you really
yeah
stop to think about it. Same with the game. You really stop to think about it. You're like that was like fucking stupid. Like this. Why would characters behave this way? Why would characters do that? Like that's like with every horror film. Like every horror film, characters act stupid, and like it's
yeah
frustrating to watch sometimes. But
yeah.
because like realistically, he shoots his wife. He could have told him like, hey, that's not actually your wife. That's I don't even remember what was the villain's name. Miranda? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Mother Miranda.
Yeah, he could have
Yeah,
been like, that's
Chris could
Mother
have.
Miranda. Like,
Chris could have just said like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Ethan. That's not your wife." But instead, he barges in, going, "Oh, whoops, sorry, bro. Pop, pop, pop."
yeah, he's like, sorry. Ethan shoots her in the face like 8 times. Then he just leaves with the baby.
Yeah,
It's just like what the fuck?
I mean, I feel like, uh, uh, you know, the part where like Game Strip turns into Doom, where he plays Chris.
Yeah, you're just mowing down.
Yeah, yeah. Even his team is all like,
Why didn't you say
Chris,
nothing?
what the fuck? You
Yeah.
should have told Ethan. Yeah,
He's like, nah, I'm a bitch. I didn't feel like it. Like, I can't
yeah.
even remember what was his reasoning. Was he just like I didn't feel like it, like or there wasn't enough time or something like that? I don't even remember.
He
Like,
didn't say anything. All he said was like, "Yeah, I really should have," but that's it. He didn't say
oh okay,
shit.
yeah. See, I couldn't remember if he gave like some like flimsy excuse or something. But like,
Oh wait, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the excuse. He said is that they didn't expect Miranda to attack so early, and so they didn't have enough time to prepare. But
yeah,
like, if you didn't know that, how the fuck do you
yeah.
just yeah
You just storm into his house and shoot her. Like,
yeah?
I don't know. I'd have to play through the storyline. I played it like when it first came out, and like,
It's also implied that Mia has been like was like kidnapped by Miranda like years ago.
yeah.
So like, how the fuck it's like Rose born because like Rose is like 6 months. So like, how the fuck was she born? If like
I don't
Mia
know.
wasn't, yeah. So does that mean like she's actually Miranda's child? Like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of if yeah.
I don't even remember why she's even going after the daughter. Honestly, I don't even remember.
Uh, Apparently it's because she says something about like she's like the perfect vessel for Evelyn. If you know, she's like the main antagonist of
Yeah,
Seven.
7. Yeah, the little girl thing.
Yeah, but I don't understand the connection. I mean, it's probably because like Evelyn she appears
Yeah, she
in
does.
but yeah, at the end of like Resident Evil 7 before you fight Miranda, she says like Jack killed Ethan and like infected him with the mold.
Yeah, like Ethan died
Which
within like the first 5 minutes of the game.
yeah, and apparently like right after you kill Miranda, Ethan like starts to fucking like fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'd have to actually go back and play it again, if being honest, because like the problem with me is like I watch so many movies and stuff, and I play so many video games, and like some games I beat and some games I don't, but the games I do beat, like you play so many video games that like every storyline, like even from different franchises, they don't really stick out anymore. Like they start to
it's hard to
blend
be
together.
unique.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard to be unique, but also it's like you focus on so many different storylines. Like say you're playing like The Walking Dead, then you're playing Resident Evil, then you're playing Batman, and you just like everything just like you have a hard time focusing on shit. And then if its storyline's not really that memorable, it's like you don't even really care to remember it, or like you played it so
mm.
long ago. Um, but yeah, that's one game I probably have to play again. Maybe in the third person mode because I already beat it. But
Hey, you know what would be a cool game to play in like VR? I
hmm,
think Doom Eternal, because I know Doom got turned into a VR game, Doom VFR, but you don't play as a Doom Slayer.
yeah,
But
I
I
heard
feel
about that.
like Doom Eternal, because like the Doom Slayer is like more aggressive,
Yeah,
that they would be cooler.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think horror games would be good in VR. Like even like a game like Alien Isolation, that game would be fucking scary in VR
yeah.
if there's a VR of that. Um, yeah. So what's the next one we have? So that was
Oh yeah,
we kind of just rambled on, but
I
that's okay.
yeah.
What was it?
So yeah, I was talking about like Doom, how it's turned on VR, but you know the developers of Doom, Bethesda, right? And like
Yeah.
the Nick Gordon.
Hmm.
Yeah. Bethesda have been like saying have been talk like 2 years ago they talked smack about Nick,
Hmm.
saying shit like he was a piece of shit. He was hard to work with. We offered him this much money. He rejected. Yeah, he was lazy. All that shit and tried to ruin his reputation.
Yeah.
But I think this week they mentioned him. They came out with like a 14,000 word essay with like they had a table of contents and everything because that's how much evidence he had that Bethesda were being bullshit.
Yeah. Now they're
And
owned
like
by
he explained
Microsoft.
like yeah, and he explained in full detail
Yeah.
on like how they treated him like shit, and he had so much evidence saying that they offered him like I don't fucking know like a gajillion dollars, and when he did the sound, apparently they also said that the deadline was like 30 days to make the soundtrack, and like they get mad at him for not completing it in 30 days. It was so fucking bullshit. He had like 59 songs, and yeah, they only ended up using a couple. He was like offered like a gajillion dollars, right? And
Yeah.
like when he finished it, he was only given like half of it.
Why did they treat him like shit? I don't understand.
Bethesda is Bethesda. They're greedy.
Yeah, I was even
They
like
want
what's that?
yeah. They're greedy and shit.
Yeah, cause thing, cause I was just wondering like why would you? Cause what was he? He was like the what was he again? He was he a director or what was he?
His name is Marty something. Hold up. Ah, I was like
Cause I always just think Bethesda. I was thinking that fucking Todd Howard guy.
Todd Howard.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No, the Marty Stratton. He's the guy behind id Software, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just figured like why would you treat like I mean, I say that, but like look at all these companies they treat most of their employees like
Yeah,
shit, right? Um,
yeah,
but like that's the thing too. It's just like if he has the evidence, it's like it just makes you look like a fucking horrible company. Like realistically, it's just like you're treating your employees like shit. Because I think even
I have.
what was that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was.
Oh, I was gonna say I think even Rockstar did that too. Was it Rockstar? Yeah, like didn't they like overwork their workers? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
development team, like when they were making like Red Dead 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5, like they overworked them like
yeah,
immensely.
yeah.
Um, but what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I actually have the response post from Bethesda where they respond to Mixed Thing right here.
Okay,
I'm gonna read. It's kind of short.
okay,
The recent post by Mick Gordon with mischaracterized and misrepresented the team at id Software, the development of Doom Eternal. Marty Stratton and Chad Mossholder with a one-sided and unjust account of irreparable professional relationship. We are aware of all the details and history in this matter and unequivocally support Marty, Chad, and the team at id Software. We reject the distortion of the truth and selective presentation of incomplete facts. We stand ready with full and complete document evidence disclosed in an appropriate venue as needed. The statements posted online have incited harassment and threats against Marty, Chad, and id Software team. Any threats or harassment directed towards members of our teams will be met with the swift and appropriate action to protect their health and safety. We remain incredibly proud of id Software's previous collaborations with Mick Gordon and ask that fans refrain from reaching conclusions based on his account, and more importantly, from attacking any of the individuals mentioned on either side, including Marty, Chad, or Mick.
Yeah, so it's like they're like trying to cover their ass too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, basically they the reason it took 2 years for for Mick to respond was because Bethesda were like threatening him with lawyers.
yeah, like lawsuits and stuff, probably, right?
Yeah. So it took them so long, and yeah, they've been bribing him to keep quiet about the whole situation. So yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing too, because I think sometimes even with companies, they even like make you sign like non-disclosure agreements, like NDAs. I think they're
yeah,
called.
NDAs.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
make you sign
just
that
like
shit,
yeah,
and that sucks because if they treat you like ass and you sign that shit, and then you try to talk bad about it, you can get in trouble. It's like
yeah. They're basically asking you to sign an agreement that they can treat you like shit and you can't do shit.
yeah, it's basically like it's like if we like they because they don't always, right? But it's like if we treat you like shit, it's like
Yeah,
shut the fuck up. Like you're not allowed to say anything. Um,
yeah,
yeah, which is it's interesting, but I mean most of these guys they get paid a shit ton of money when they're for the most part when they like someone like Phil Spencer gets paid
yeah.
a shit ton of money and stuff um, to help run the company. But yeah,
I mean,
I don't know how much yeah, game developers and stuff do they make a lot of money or
uh, it's dependent on the company. I
true.
know. I mean, it also depends like how many people work there. So I mean, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
hold up.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it sucks when you hear news like that too, because like you would hope that the gaming industry is positive and because it's a good media to escape real world, shitty life things, gaming and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's kind of weird that they do shit like that. But I mean, it's
Yeah,
in my opinion, it's also not surprising too, because like I just feel like that's just such a common thing for companies to do is to treat their workers like shit. But
yeah,
hopefully people see the evidence, see the facts, and know which side to pick, right? Um,
yeah,
because I know like it's hard. Like if like let's say Bethesda's like your favorite game publisher and developer, like all that stuff, and then you hear that they're kind of assholes. That's kind of hard. Um,
yeah.
like hard to hear for
I mean,
fanboys.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It's just like really hard to see someone that you idolize turn out to be like a huge like piece of shit. Like, for example, what's his name? Sean Schemmel. He plays like Goku and shit.
Yeah.
Turns out the guy in real life is like a total narcissist, and he believes that he's like the greatest like voice actor of all time.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, and like people only know him for like one role, and that's it. But like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these celebrities they get like that too. Though they're like they think their shit don't stink because they're famous and rich, but it's like
yeah,
without the fans, you're no one. like
yeah,
if nobody sees your movies, then they're not gonna cast you, so then you won't do movies. So it doesn't really matter how
yeah,
talented you are, really. Um, but like, yeah, it's that's why it's always refreshing when because I feel like there's more negativity with celebrities and stuff than there is positivity. So that's why it's like it's refreshing when you hear someone like Keanu Reeves is a super nice guy, because like he's been in Hollywood for the longest time, making
yeah.
movies. So it's kind of surprising
It's
when you
even
hear
like,
that.
yeah. Yeah, it's even more surprising when like Keanu plays like characters who are just kill and kill and kill. Like in real life, he's just a dude who likes to play with like fucking dogs and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he plays characters like John Wick, who are like, what is he Hitman or something? Like, yeah, and he's like a super nice
Well,
dude.
he's more of an assassin because like he just does his own shit.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I honestly
Yeah,
couldn't remember. I haven't watched
yeah,
John Wick since years. I think I don't even remember
yeah,
when last time I watched
yeah.
John Wick.
Then there's like The Matrix, Constantine. Yeah,
Yeah, you hear they're making another Constantine, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen the original, but I think I heard it was good. Which is funny.
Oh
It's
yeah.
DC.
It's fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like it's
yeah. It's
DC. I want
good.
to watch it, but I haven't had a chance. I don't even know if it's on Netflix or anything, but if it is, I'll probably check it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been going to I've been getting like 4Ks. That's kind of my hobby right now. Been buying
Mhm.
4K Blu-rays, but I've also been I went to this store and they sell like cheap Blu-rays, so I've been buying cheap Blu-rays as well. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you have anything else to say about the Bethesda thing or?
Well, I mean, I'm still gonna play like their games and shit, but like, I'm not gonna support like id Software. 'Cause they're pieces of shit.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you have Game
Uh,
Pass?
I used to actually, but I have Doom Eternal on disc.
Okay, because I was gonna say like if you even if you buy used games, you're not really supporting them because
Yeah.
like they're not getting the sale. Um,
I mean, I got Doom Eternal before like the whole scandal. So.
well, yeah, but I mean like in the future, if you really don't want to support them, like
Oh
if
yeah.
you buy a used copy of a game, they don't the
Yeah.
store that's selling that game is getting the profit, not Bethesda or whatever. Um,
Yeah, it's usually why the best place is usually just to just buy, from I got Doom Eternal from a pawn shop, like when it
yeah,
was like free and sealed, when it was like sold for like $40.
yeah,
Bought it at a pawn shop. So yeah.
yeah. Doom, is that the second one? That's the second one, right?
Yeah, it's the second one in
In the
the
reboot.
Bethesda series.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the series.
yeah, yeah. I don't think I played that one. I played the first one. I can't remember if I
Oh
beat
yeah.
it, but I did play the
I
first one.
I beat the first one. It's a really good game.
Was that one just called Doom? Like I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
okay,
was
yeah.
just called Doom. Compared to like Eternal, like Doom, like the first one, I
Mm,
was kind of focused like heavily on horror,
mm,
kind of like Doom 3, like really focused on the sci-fi horror.
yeah.
While Doom Eternal, like really focused on the action and like fucking ripping and tearing and shit.
Yeah, see, I have Game Pass, so that's why I played some of the
Mhm.
Bethesda games and shit. And like, but Game Pass is like really worth your money when you think about
Yeah,
it. Like the amount of games you're getting, and then like I pay for Ultimate, so I get the games, and I get the Xbox Live Gold. Like, you get quite a bit of bang for your buck, really. I mean,
yeah.
and especially since
I mean,
Microsoft
with
is,
the
what's that, sorry?
rich, I mean, yeah. I mean, with the whole Activision acquisition thing,
Well,
we're
yeah,
gonna get a fuck ton of games.
that's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, if you don't have to pay for Call of Duty anymore, like if you're a Call of Duty guy and you get that on Game Pass, like because if you're already paying for Game Pass, that's a pretty like that's a steal of
Yeah.
a deal. And Activision owns a bunch of different properties and shit. Like,
Yeah, for fuck's sake, they even own like Crash Bandicoot used to be a PlayStation
yeah,
character, and now he's
yeah,
gonna be owned by Xbox.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
there's do they're Activision Blizzard, right? Activision Blizzard.
yeah, Activision Blizzard. They
Yeah.
also own King now. King, the developers of Candy Crush.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Microsoft's getting quite a bit of different companies, and they can throw that on Game Pass. And
I mean, isn't like Candy Crush like one of the most profitable like mobile games? So, like they're gonna earn
I'm
a
pretty
fuck
sure.
ton of money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Microsoft is rich, so Microsoft is like the Batman of fucking video game companies. They just have so much
So
money.
what does that make? What does that make Apple?
I don't fucking know.
The
I'm
dark side?
I'm just talking about like the like just like of like the three like head honcho like the video game companies like Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Like Microsoft is the richest of the three.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just think of them as like the Batman of the companies. Of those three, anyways. Just be like, oh, I'm buying this place. Sure enough, I'm buying this company. That's pretty much what they do. I mean, they bought Bethesda. They bought was it Mojang? Is that what it's called? Mojang or Mojang?
Mojang,
Yeah,
Mojang, Mojang.
yeah. They bought
They
Minecraft
love this
basically.
Mojang. Yeah. Um,
And maybe
what
Activision.
else?
Activision is, I think, is still in the process of it, but I'm pretty sure they'll own them
Yeah,
too.
yeah. They're gonna. I think the acquisition is supposed to close by March.
Mm,
By March, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know it's taken a bit, but and I know there was a bunch of different like legal things. They thought it was a
Stuff.
monopoly and all that shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not a fanboy. Like I own all three of the consoles, like the Switch, PS5, and Series X. So I play.
I just have a PS4 Series X and the Switch.
Yeah, but you still have all three though. Like I know you don't have a PS5,
Yeah,
but some of the games you
yeah,
can still play on the PS4, like the new Horizon and shit. So like
yeah,
you're, but like I assume like Spider-Man and shit, you probably won't be able to play on the PS4. Um,
yeah,
but what I'm saying is like you're not like closed-minded where you're like, no, like I don't want to play Uncharted because it's on a PlayStation machine. You have a PlayStation machine,
yeah,
so you can play Uncharted.
yeah.
I never understood that. People who are like that. Oh, like this is
Yeah,
I don't like Xbox, so I won't play Halo. It's like, well, why don't you
yeah.
just fucking try Halo? If it's good, then maybe get an Xbox. Like I don't know.
Personally, I have a couple of friends that have most of my friends have a PC or an Xbox, and because like there's that whole thing with like Windows and shit.
Mm,
Like most of the games I have on my Xbox are like co-op games, like multiplayer. So that's what I use it for. I can just play with my friends on the Xbox. On the PlayStation, I use it more if I just want to play by myself.
yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I use my because I don't even have PS Plus on my PlayStation. I used to. Um,
Yeah,
but I mainly just use it to play single player games like The Last of Us and Last of Us
yeah,
2, and like the Uncharted games. Did you play The Last of
yeah.
Us 2?
Not yet.
Jeez.
Yeah. I played the first one. It was a fucking banger.
Yeah, then they remade it for the PS5, which they didn't.
Yeah,
I don't even. Charging full price for
yeah.
that game is kind of crazy.
There's the HBO show with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that one's what next year, January or February.
Yeah, next year. Yeah, I think January. I'm for sure gonna check it out.
Yeah, that looks interesting. Because I like the last. I like the first game, anyways. The second one was. I don't know how I feel about that one. For
It
this.
had good gameplay. It's just the
Yeah, the
story
gameplay was
was.
fine, but like
Yeah,
realistically, the gameplay was kind of more of the first one. They just added
yeah,
jumping and going prone. But I mean,
yeah,
the story.
yeah. It's not Game of the Year worthy, but for some
Fuck, they
reason
won Game of the
they
Year so
somehow
many times.
I don't even know.
You see, for
It's
me,
apparently
what's that?
yeah. Yeah, they won the most awards for some reason.
I, I feel like Microsoft is the hated of the gaming community, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
people scream like monopoly and shit,
yeah,
like how they're like acquiring all these companies and like they're trying to like buy all the companies when like Sony they're doing this like whole exclusivity thing.
yeah,
But
exactly,
to be fair, like they Microsoft wants like Call of Duty to be multi-platform. But think about it. If Sony had the rights to Call of Duty, there's no way in hell they would make it multi-platform.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. That's the thing. Is that people are salty about it, but meanwhile, what you just said is 100% true. That Sony would not put it on multi-platform. They would just leave it on the PlayStation. Um,
What are they? Square Enix. They're releasing what's it called? Final Fantasy Seven Rebirth. Rebirth, I think. No,
mhm.
something. They're releasing it on the Xbox, but they're not going to release the Final Fantasy Seven remake for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because yeah, yeah,
Sony always does that. They have these deals with these companies where, like, for example, like people don't freak out when Spider-Man is only on the PlayStation. I know it's Insomniac, but they ended up buying Insomniac later. Nobody freaks out about that. Sony buys the Bungie, right? Is it Bungie? Yeah, Bungie made Destiny.
yeah.
No, nobody freaks out about that. And then Microsoft buys Bethesda, and it's like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Monopoly. And it's like, okay, uh, they're buying
I mean, like, chill the fuck out. Like PlayStation has like two times exclusive games from
exactly,
Bethesda. Like, I don't fucking understand.
and 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 realistically, Sony is like leading in the video game department. Like,
Yeah, I don't really know what they really have to do like left. Like, I mean, they already got all these exclusive deals and shit.
well, yeah,
I
and
mean,
Microsoft doesn't have The Last of Us. Microsoft doesn't have Uncharted and all these fan favorite God of War. That's another popular one. Like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
fan favorite franchises, but nobody when it's on the Sony, nobody says anything. When as soon as it's
I
on
mean,
I don't know. I just don't get it.
yeah. But Hideo Kojima, like people, like most of his games are on PlayStation. He works with PlayStation a lot.
Yeah,
But like people on PlayStation are always like, "Oh my god, Daddy Kojima" and shit.
yeah,
But like the second he says, "I want to make a game for the Xbox," because I think their hardware is pretty cool. Like everyone just lost their shit, saying how he's a
Everybody loses their
traitor.
minds. Yeah, pretty much. Because what he made Metal Gear for the place
Metal
for
Gear,
yeah, and
Silent Hill, Death Stranding. Yeah, all these really cool games.
well,
Like
did he
people are
make
just
Silent
losing their
Hill?
shit.
No, he didn't make Silent Hill yet.
Yeah, he made some. Oh, he did?
No,
Did he?
no, no, because that's
Or was
he was gonna make the new
I,
Silent Hills. Remember PT? That playable
oh
teaser?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that never
The
ended up getting made, so he made Death Stranding instead.
oh, I was thinking about Parasite Eve.
Yeah, he didn't make Silent Hill because Silent Hill I think is Konami. Yeah, it's Konami.
Yeah, he
Um,
used to work at Konami, but like Konami were pieces of shit.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think I heard they're making a remake of Silent Hill 2, which I haven't seen the trailer for. But isn't
Yeah,
that
it's
one
gonna
only
be
on the PlayStation?
yeah, it's gonna be a PS5, and they said like they said it's like a timed exclusive, but like what they mean by timed exclusive, it's gonna come to the PC, and that's it.
Yeah, well, like it is a timed exclusive. I mean, I know Microsoft did that with I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second Tomb Raider game in the reboot franchise. They
Yeah.
had it like on Xbox for like a year, and then
Hmm.
they released it on the PlayStation 4 after the
Hmm.
year. But I don't know because from what I remember, Sony has like Call of Duty deals, like where the DLC is first on the PS4 and PS5 and all that shit. Like I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
have that. So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Xbox used to do that during the 360 days when like having an Xbox would make you like cool and shit.
Yeah, that's when people were okay with Microsoft. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, me personally, I just don't understand bias, like or like being a fanboy. I understand bias if you have a preference. Like, oh, actually, I play my games on Xbox mainly. It's like, hey, I get it. Um,
I just keep my preferences to myself. Like, yeah,
yeah, and I just don't understand like the fanboy though. Like why you gotta be like, ugh, like like me. Like if Microsoft buys Activision, okay, cool. You know, if they don't,
yeah.
okay, cool. Because I have a PlayStation 5, I have a Series X, I have a Switch, so it doesn't bug me.
I mean, in the end, it's a fucking like, it's just
Plastic
a
toy.
fucking game. Yeah,
It's really a plastic machine, and
yeah,
they don't care like what you think. They just want you to buy in their
yeah,
products, and that's every company. But
yeah.
Nintendo really needs to fix their online. By the way, I just thought I would say that. I was
Oh yeah.
like, I
What
don't.
the fuck is even the point of online? Like, Splatoon, like the Splatoon games.
Yeah,
Splatoon 2, I think. I played Splatoon 3. The online thing, like they have a campaign,
mm,
but it's like 2 seconds long. It's so fucking short, and like the whole point is like multiplayer. But if you pay for the 80 for an $80 game, and
yeah,
you want to play multiplayer because like that's the whole point of it, no,
yeah,
you gotta pay an extra 80.
yeah. It's
So in totally to play it, you gotta pay $160. It's fucking
jeez.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I honestly don't know too much about Splatoon 3. I played Splatoon 2, but I think what was Switches. Do you remember if the Switch Online was free or if at one point or no? I don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
it was free. It was free.
Okay, yeah, and then they started charging you like $25. Now there's like fucking different tiers, because like $25 here in Canada, I think $20 in the states. Um,
Yeah,
but like their online has always been shit for the most part. Like
yeah,
I think even on the Wii, I think we had online, but the Wii U had online. I think it was like laggy and just buggy. I don't
yeah.
know. Nintendo's still catching up, I guess. Well, actually, Nintendo's obsessed with doing their own things, really. So I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, Nintendo kind of built themselves by doing their own thing.
Yeah, right. Like with
Yeah.
Mario and shit. Wasn't
Unlike Microsoft and Sony, they kind of built themselves off of like multi-plat games, exclusives and shit.
yeah. I feel like because even like a Switch, like you can't even watch like a DVD or Blu-ray on it. Like it's just cartridge. Nintendo has never done where you can have like Nintendo does like gaming machines only, and it's mainly to play their exclusives, and that's pretty much it. Like you don't like if they had a Call of Duty on the Wii and the 360 and the PS3, most people bought Call of Duty on the 360 and the PS3. I would think
Yeah.
because it's the best looking one, plays the best probably. Like
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look into the sales, but I feel like most people played on 360 and the PS3 for their online multiplayer.
You know what I kind of find funny? Sony and Xbox have always been strictly like electronics,
Hmm.
but like Nintendo, they kind of have like their own like Destiny level lore. They used to start off they started off as a card game thing,
Mhm.
Love Hotels, Taxis, and somehow they made family-friendly games.
Did they used to make toys too? I thought I heard that, but I don't know how true that is.
I think they just license toys.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's kind of funny. You don't just like you just play a Mario game. Like
Hmm.
it's family friendly and shit. But then
Hmm.
you got to remember this is the same company that owned sex hotels, love hotels, all that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, well, Sony, did you know that apparently did you know how the PlayStation was created?
Uh, wasn't it like supposed to be like Sony trying to make a deal with Nintendo, but then
Yeah,
they like
like
they
Nintendo
stopped like last minute?
Nintendo asked for them to make like an add-on, like I think it was a CD add-on. I think is the story for them.
Yeah,
And then they like said, actually, you know what, we don't want to do it no more. So then Sony was like, oh shit, let's just make our own console. And then sure enough, and then the PlayStation like fucking outsold everything.
yeah,
Which is funny. It's just like Nintendo created their fucking enemy when you really think about it, and that
yeah,
basically killed Sega. Uh, but yeah, it's
yeah.
it's definitely like I said. I don't really. I'm not a fanboy. I play all three. Um, I don't. I think right now my preference is a little bit towards Xbox just because of Game Pass, just of all the content you're getting. But I don't have a fanboy. Like I'm not like in the comments like, oh, Xbox is the best or oh, PlayStation's the best, Nintendo's the best. I just, oh, that game looks cool. Last of Us
Yeah.
3, that looks like it's gonna be cool. Spider-Man looks like it's gonna be cool. The new Gears, awesome. New Mario.
The only console like I have the least is I have the least amount of hours on PlayStation, but it's probably because I have the least amount of games for it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's. Have you played any of the Uncharted games? That's probably one.
Uncharted games.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Uncharted games.
I played yeah, a Thieves End.
Yeah, those are good games. I like those. That's a good franchise.
Yeah,
I beat all of them. Those are good games. Honestly, man, my gaming has been pretty dry lately. I haven't been gaming as much as I'd like to. Like,
yeah, neither have I.
I bought Gotham Knights. My girlfriend bought it for me. It's just so. I don't know, man. I want to like it more than I do, but I also don't want to be a fanboy. Like, because I am a fanboy of Batman and DC characters, but I'm just playing it. I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm playing it by myself, but I could play it for maybe an hour, and then like, yeah, I gotta shut it off. I just can't play no more. I don't know.
Yeah.
The story.
Uh,
I don't know.
how does like Rocksteady make like possibly the greatest superhero games of all time, and someone make some like shit show like this?
Well, Rocksteady didn't even make this game though. This is
Rocksteady did it?
no, this is WB Montreal, the guys who made Arkham Origins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rocksteady is making Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. Yeah, so this is Warner Brothers Montreal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it, man. It's like because it is some of my favorite characters, like Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood, and Batgirl. Like Nightwing's one of my favorite characters. Like all of them are pretty much some of my favorite characters.
Red Hood is my favorite. So yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. Like I'm trying to role play, like get into it. I just can't. Like I turn on my Xbox and I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 instead. And I never used to play. I for the longest time used to be a big Call of Duty guy, and then I kind of fell off it. And then now I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 like a lot. Like when I turn on
yeah.
my Xbox, that's what I'm playing.
I used to be a huge Assassin's Creed guy, and then it just kind of died out into like what is it called? Resident Evil, and just
Mhm.
like now I just play whatever the fuck I want to play.
I could not get into Valhalla, by the way. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, that game is shit.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, I don't know, because I used to work nights, so my days off I played at night, so I couldn't have the TV volume too loud and shit. And I don't know, it's just because there's a lot of dialogue and stuff. I just could not get into it. I was just trying really hard to. Um,
Yeah, if you ever done like chores and shit in real life, basically take that and turn that into like a fucking 300-hour game, and
it's
that's
Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've only beaten one Assassin's Creed game, and that was three.
I've been all of them up to number 4, I think. I didn't play what's it called, Rogue.
Yeah,
I have Unity, but like I don't know. It's just I can't get into Unity. I just think it's a little boring.
Unity
Yeah,
was the one that was very bugged when it came out at launch. Actually, if I remember.
yeah. It had
Uh,
like it had like eyes,
yeah,
mouths, like spawning it, but like not the head.
yep, yeah. I,
Yeah.
I for some reason could not get into Black Flag. I don't know why.
I honestly like Black Flag. It's
It's
the
not that it's
Assassin's
a
Creed game.
bad game.
Yeah,
It's just like I
I,
was that.
it's the game I have the most hours on,
Oh really?
basically.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
For me, I was playing it. I just felt like there was a lot of the boat stuff, like the pirating boat. And
yeah.
I was like, well, this isn't really Assassin's Creed, right? Isn't Assassin's Creed like parkour? And well, I mean, granted, they tried something new. I give them credit for that.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know, like I just couldn't get into the boat combat. But I know a lot of people love the boat combat. Um,
yeah.
one franchise I've never been able to get into. I have no idea why. I've tried numerous times. Is God of War. I uh I can never get into those games. I don't know why.
Really? But
Yeah.
like the Greek or Norse one,
See, I don't even
or
know.
just the whole
I've
series in general.
I've put like maybe a couple hours into each, and I could just not get into them.
Yeah. For me, I'm currently like in the process of trying to play God of War 3.
Yeah.
It's a good game, but it's confusing at times on what to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's no sense of direction. It's like, hey, here's this. Like, yeah, like I don't
Mhm.
fucking know what to do.
And it's a lot of hack and slash too, right? Like
Yeah,
which is like Devil May Cry. Like I played the first Devil May Cry, beat it. I thought it was okay because it's not a long game. But then I'm playing Devil May Cry 2. I heard it's one of the worst in the franchises, anyways.
yeah.
But
I
when I
heard the worst one is the one by Ninja Theory.
yeah, the
Is
reboot too.
apparently the worst one?
Yeah,
It's apparently it has really good gameplay. People just don't like
new
the
Dante.
new version of Dante. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's all edgy and shit.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I couldn't get into God. I even played the new one, like the not the new one, like the what's it just called? Is it just called God of War? The one that came out in 20.
Just the
Yeah, the
Norse one.
PS4 one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know. Is that one supposed to be a reboot or is that a sequel to the other ones? I don't even know.
It's
Cause
a it's a
it's a
it's like a
requel.
soft reboot basically.
Yeah,
It's yeah it's a continuation I would say.
yeah, and it's like I
Yeah,
don't even think they're bad games. It's just like I just can't get into it. But I also have a very bad attention span for gaming nowadays
yeah.
too. Like there's games where like if it doesn't hook me within the first couple of hours, I don't really want to play it. But I also feel like I have the problem where I've played most everything. Like you feel like you've played everything. Like how many games are you gonna play where like they make you climb a tower to unlock parts of the map, or
Assassin's Creed.
yeah, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, like all these games. Like I feel like they all start to blend in. They all have the same gameplay, and I just like I feel like I played this before. Oh, let's make a game where you're parkouring around. So it's like, oh, Assassin's Creed. Oh, Dying Light. Breath of the Wild. You're kind of like climbing shit. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it all starts to blend in. Because it's like realistically, what can you do? Um, even Gears of War. How many times are they gonna make you run into a little room, shoot some dudes, get behind cover, shit like that? Like it's the same shit. Like I like them, but I mean, I just feel like gaming is just kind of. Oh, I need something to, like to really that's really good that catches my attention. And right now, fucking Call of Duty is the only game I've been playing, which is weird because I used to shit on my brother for playing Call of Duty. Meanwhile, I used to be pretty big into Call of Duty. But yeah, I don't know.
Hypocrisy finest.
Yeah, I just fucking roast him, and then now I'm playing it because I'm like I don't know what else to play. I've been playing third person mode of all modes though, which is weird.
Yeah. I used to actually never mind. Yeah. I just play whatever. I used to shit on people who played fucking what was it? Who
Fortnite?
played Overwatch,
Yeah,
and like I started to play it. I enjoyed it, and yeah. But now that Overwatch 2 is like gone, everyone like fucking hates it.
yeah. I heard
Yeah,
Overwatch 2 isn't very good, but I've never even played an Overwatch game. I think I
yeah.
played 5 minutes at a friend's house, and I just never played it. Like never actually sat down to play like hours.
Here's the thing. There's this one game I shit on people for playing it. It's
Hmm.
called Genshin Impact. A game I've ever played. It's so generic, awful. I just hate everything about it.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even think I've heard of that game. Like I'm so out of the loop.
It's like
Um,
one of those like shitty like anime pedophile games.
oh really?
Yeah,
Well, I think we went through all the topics actually. I mean, we even talked about other stuff that wasn't on our list, which is fine. Um,
yeah. We just went along with it.
yeah, and I mean we talked about quite a bit of different things. So I'm gonna try my best to edit this either tonight or tomorrow. Probably upload it at least by Sunday, and then we can record the next one, and then just keep going from there. Really, and just
Yeah.
is there anything you want to say to the audience before we wrap it up?
Uh,
Like maybe.
if someone comes up to you with drugs, don't accept it.